Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 10 of this NHL 25 Nashville Predators franchise mode here on my channel. Today we are going to be getting into the 2028 NHL Entry Draft and the offseason. So if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, hit notifications, and of course, leave comments to get featured like these people. In the last episode, I left you with the questions of 1. What does this team still need to become a true contender? 2. What approach should we take for this draft and offseason? And 3. Who is our biggest rival heading into the upcoming season? So Brady and Cream responded by saying, I think the young players just need to grow their game more and get more experience. 2, in the draft, try to get steals, and in the offseason, get some veteran defensemen to build around the young guys. Great comment there. And then he said 3, I think Dallas is the biggest rival. After that, we also had Skjei saying 1, they need time because they're young. 2, just get better prospects. And 3, the Stars is a good rival. So yeah, those are, pretty much the exact same. Everybody's on the same page here as far as what's going on with this team, what we need to improve, what we need to do. There's not a lot. This team, again, just kind of needs time. And if we go and actually take a look at our overall kind of like depth chart, and I'm really just going to go off of contracts more than anything here. But if we go and look at all of our forwards here on the depth side, we've got some top-end guys. We got good supporting cast. This team is going to be good for a while now that we've got everything kind of in place and going. Look at the best players here. It's a good group. Like, this is a very solid forward group. There's no like superstar forwards yet, which is fine, but we'll probably get there with guys like Joseph and Riedel here pretty soon. And there's a couple guys in the system coming up too. Nothing crazy, but guys like Hurlburt and maybe like Zubov and Bear are gonna probably make the show at some point. As far as the defensemen go, obviously we got Kyle Rossu coming up. Our defense looks thin right now. That's just because we're waiting to re-sign a couple guys. And once that happens, then that'll obviously make a difference because we are paying just about no money right now to our back end, which will change. I don't know if we're necessarily going to bring Jalen Chatfield back. We might go and get a better defenseman instead of him, but really we have our top pairing already with Schaefer and Dupont. I just think that maybe we try to bring in somebody else to help out with the chemistry between these two because, yeah, again, like they're both so young and fairly inexperienced, so we'll have to see what happens there. As far as the goalies go, I think we're set. We don't really have to change anything. We've got our starter for now and the future in Ravensburgen, as well as Lascelles coming up too. So, yeah, let's get to the draft now. So, for retiring players this year, we are going to see Ovechkin calls it quits at 87 years old. He did score over 1,000 goals, so not really surprising that he's finally decided to hang them up. But yeah, good retiree class here. So yeah, obviously, Ovi goes and breaks the goal scoring record. Pretty insane numbers there. And lots of good players, like a lot of guys over 500 to 1,000 points. Ryan McDonough, pretty big name, Nashville Predator there over his career. Tyson Barrie was in Nashville for a little bit. Ryan Johansson as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as the goalies go. Ooh, big name goalie class 2 here. Quick, Allen and Mrazek. That's solid. All right, so that is it for retirees. But now that we are going ahead a little bit further, let's see, do we lose any coaches? We do lose Brandon Ellington. I wonder if that's our head coach. That might be. Have to pay attention to that. But yeah, going to the draft class here. There are a couple pieces I want to take a look at. We're not going for anything in the top end. We don't really need to trade up that high. But a guy like Hugo Althorn seems pretty solid. This Sinekin guy looks okay too, even though he's small. We don't have a ton of scouting reports on guys here, so it's going to be a little bit trickier to really, make some good draft picks, make some pulls. So yeah, we're going to have to see who actually turns out to be good, who doesn't, obviously. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. I think, yeah. So there's this guy named Vladimir Yakupov. Keep an eye on him. He actually he's NHL ready by the looks of it. So we'll probably trade to go get him. Mendoza seems pretty decent. Not that we necessarily need a lot more wingers, but we're going to have to try, obviously. So the more and more I look at this draft class, the more I'm like, oh boy. Like maybe, yeah, Telquist is going to be decent, but like besides that, we just don't really need to use a lot of our later end picks because there's just not a lot there. So I think we are going to go make some trades here, but yeah, there's just not really a whole lot going on in behind, or not in behind, but further down in the draft class here. So we're not really going to make a ton of trades, try to move too many players around or anything like that. Again, this team is on the right path. It's just a matter of getting some guys in the right spots. So with that being said, let's not really worry too much about guys that are, you know, further down in our lineup or things like that. I think we're going to be fine. And yeah, this team is set. So we will make some trades, obviously, at the draft, but we're not going to do anything outrageous. Probably just going to trade for... I got to figure out where that Yakupov guy is again. But Chicago's got the first pick, so we'll kind of just play around here for a couple minutes and then see what Chicago's picks turn out to be. Okay, the Hurricanes don't want those picks, and the best part is we don't want these later picks. I will literally trade them 5 picks for 2 picks. I doubt this will go through, but it's worth a try. Let's see if this goes through. It does not. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll remove... I don't know, like pick 147, I guess, and then throw a... maybe like a Frolov in there? Because he's not progressed as well as Daigle, in spite of being a higher potential, better goalie, all of that stuff. So yeah, let's try Frolov in there. That should definitely get it done. Oh, okay. And Maddox Schultz goes first. Okay. So let's go back and try that trade again. Dude, we just don't really need Frolov because of the rest of our prospect pool and how good it is. So yeah, let's go with this, and it should go through. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so yeah, not everybody likes that trade, but so be it. We got a good trade there. So Schultz goes first. Teratukin was 83 rated. He goes second overall to Vegas. That's a crazy good pick for them. My goodness. That's probably the better center out of the two there. Manning goes third. He's 82 overall. Great pick by the Habs. Fourth is Mikhanov, and he's a 5'8" sniper. Jeez, there's some small forwards in this class, but Roos goes fifth. That kind of makes sense. He's actually good, like big at least. Physicality shooting is not there, but his playmaking, puck skills is crazy, so kind of makes sense. And Karjalati goes sixth to St. Louis. All right, so some very good players there going in the top end, and yeah, that is the top end of the draft. Okay, so we are going to sim over to our pick at number 19. And 19, Altorn just goes off the board. He looks really good. Goes to Utah. Armstrong was good. Baker was good. Oh my god, look at these guys. Caden Schneider looks very good for a right D. And then Charlie Faith to... wow, okay, so we definitely missed on some scouting. But, man, it's a good draft class here. Like, this is a very solid draft class. I am quite impressed with. I guess we have to go with Sinekin now because we don't really have scouting reports on any of these other guys. I mean, Tristan Kitchen, that's a great name. But we're going to go with Nikita Sinekin because we at least have a scouting report on him. He looks decent. So, okay, 73 rated, medium top 6. He's a little bit undersized at 5'8", and by a little, I mean a lot undersized, but he's got some weight at least. So Tristan Kitchen would have been the better pick probably because he's bigger. And Lejon Heilm. Alright, so we've got pick 22 here. We could go with Samuel Stork. We could go with Ryeznov or maybe Emerton. Let's go with Emerton just to add some variety, pick another defenseman. But Roynesen looks okay, but yeah, we'll go with Emerton. Oh my god, he's elite. Ooh, okay, I did not see that coming. 71 rated offensive defenseman. That's solid. I'm very happy with that pick. Nice. Okay, so Demetrius Emerton. We got 2 Demetriuses on this team that look really good now, but we'll go over to pick 47. Ooh, DeAndre Chung actually looks really good there. Went to Calgary. Quite a few elite goalies here by the looks of it. Wow, okay. Wow, oh my god, look at these picks. Holy moly, that is a string of top-end players. What else went at the end of the first? Holy moly, okay. Okay, nothing super crazy at the end of the first. Still a lot of like 73-ish rated players. But yeah, Emerton's sick. He can't really hit, but everything else is kind of there. Hitting and defending is definitely the weak points for him, but we could take a Lance Rousseau. Maybe he's related to the other Rousseau we've got, but we're going to go with this Vladimir Yakupov. Even if he's top 9, like, he's NHL ready. He looks good. So let's take him, and he is 79 rated. Oh my god. That's a steal. Look at his skating and puck skills. This guy is sick. Okay, so keep an eye on Vladdy there. Because, yeah, Yakupov looks great. Okay, next up, yeah, so there was another, Rousseau is top 6, so we definitely went with the right guy in Yakupov. After that, we are going to go with, let's see, we have to go with Mendoza. He's the gem. He's the top 6 guy. 3-year ETA, but he'll probably make the show at some point. And yeah, top 6, 2-way forward. He looks good. Just needs time to develop, obviously, but give him some time, and I think he will be good. Over to pick 76 now, and do we see anybody crazy? These are some pretty highly rated low-end potential guys, like Chris Richter and Danny McKay. Not bad, not bad. We knew this was going to be a decent draft here based on the sliders we had. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be this good. Like, wow. Ooh, we miss a guy in Arthur Steves. He looks pretty solid. Again, lots of like 67, 68 rated. Like, pick 61 to get a 68 rated 5'10" playmaker. That's super solid. Korolyuk, again, undersized, but still looks really good. So keep an eye on those guys because they will probably be steals. I'm almost tempted to take a guy like Dominic McKinnon, but I think we have to go with the elite potential, or hopefully elite potential, goalie here in Ola Lehner. So we'll go with him. And is he elite? Yes, he is. Let's go. Okay, only 48 rated, but still. Elite goalies at that low a rating are always decent trade assets, so we will take it. All right, so a very solid draft up to this point. We'll sim a couple more picks ahead here. And after Lehner, I think I'm going with Bobolev, just because the low 6 potentials don't typically seem to turn out all that well. Lizen might be good. Tokarski might be good. I say we just go with Bobolev because he's guaranteed medium 9, big center, might fill a bottom 6 role one day on our team. And okay, 64 rated, that's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Okay, and up next we're at pick 83, so just a few more picks over. Yeah, McKinnon, Newman, McKinley, they're all okay. They're nothing special. But I think we're going to go with what is hopefully another elite goalie, again, just for more trade pieces to hopefully get some good assets to build around our current young core. So we'll take Semenov. He's 20, and he is an elite. Okay, 58 rated. Not bad, but also, again, nothing super standout, really. All right, over to pick 147, and I know we've just picked 2 goalies, but I think we might go with a third here based on my scouting. Let's see, what else did we miss? Because, again, we didn't really have a 4th-round pick. Everything was in the 3rd round there, and We miss out on, oh my god, Eric Peros, 6'6", 235-pound enforcer. That's a little scary to think about. That's like a Matt Rempe type of pick. Jeez. But yeah, let's look at some of these other picks besides Semenov. Not a lot going on. Okay, so I think we got some decent pieces there. I could go with Christian Backer. I just don't trust that he's actually going to be. Again, the low elite potentials, unless they're full bar, I don't really trust at this point. That's why I'm thinking we take Emmanuel Graham instead. Again, American goalie, high fringe potential, could potentially be a backup for our team one day. And at pick 147, like, you can't really go wrong with that. Okay, and then for our, what I believe is final pick, if I didn't miss anything, we're going to go with that Christian Telkvist guy, just because he's the only one left on the board that has some kind of potential for us. He is 20, but we'll still go with it just because, again, doesn't hurt to have those prospects. Okay, he's 60 rated. That's not bad. We will definitely take that. He's got a lot of work to do if he's ever going to become a player, but hey, that's still better than nothing. So yeah, I mean, so far out of the 4 drafts we've done, we've traded 2 prospects. Now, one's being Semyon Frolov, who, you know, he might turn out to be something in Carolina. And then Yuri Nichushkin, who would have gone... Where did we trade him? Oh, right, we traded him to get Viggo Bjorck. Right, yeah. So that's a totally worthwhile trade. But yeah, the team is looking good. I think we got some very solid pieces in this draft again. It's nothing crazy, but we'll just finish off this draft with the last couple picks, and I honestly don't really care what went in the 7th round. I didn't see a lot, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we got. Obviously, Demetrius Emerton is probably the tied for the standout prospect with Vladimir Yakupov, as those two just look good. Like, they have potential, they have upside. Yakupov's probably going to be in the AHL this upcoming year. It's going to be fun. We've got a really fun team going here in Nashville now. So yeah, let's just see what we can get done in free agency and extensions and all that stuff. But yeah, let's see. So we'll advance here, and we get Ruedel signed up for, what did we sign him up for? I'm forgetting now. This has been a little while since we did the recording. 5 years, $6.75 million contract. That's great. So until he's right in his prime at 25, we will take that. And then, okay, a bunch of other guys that we obviously have to re-sign here too. First things first, before I do anything else, I'm going to save this file just because I want to make sure we don't lose progress, because we have done that in the past. So let's do that and then go to our player re-signing phase here. So Luke Evangelista does not want a contract. Yeah, he's got a bit of a tricky one. $6 million there. I mean, we have money. Money's not the problem right now, but it probably will be a little bit further down the line. So we do have to be mindful of the big name free agents that are coming up through our team. Or not free agents, but big name prospects that are coming up through our team that we're going to have to pay eventually. So yeah, that's we're going to go position by position here just to make sure we don't miss anything, because it is a big group of players here that we got to go through. So yeah, let's start off on the back end with the goalies. And for the goaltending, we will be signing William Lassell. That is the number 1 name that needs to be part of our team. So he will be in our system there along with Gabriel Daigle. And then we will sign Yetkola as well, just because he's actually been fairly solid for us. He won his 2 games in the NHL this year. Was solid last year. Nothing crazy, but was solid. And then, yeah, 2 years at $875K. Not a problem there. Next up, we're on to defense. Kyle Rossou is going to be our number 1 prospect heading into this next season. He signs up. No problems there. And, yeah, we definitely just need, like, 2 83 to 85 rated defensemen that are 27 plus, just to have that extra experience. So we will be looking for those guys in free agency. I don't think we're going to sign Jalen Chatfield. Waugh and Forsberg like him. Does he fits our system fairly well, doesn't he? I think he does. So let's see what kind of money he's looking for. 2 years at 4.1. Honestly, that's not bad. We could probably even do 2 years at 4.5. Yeah, that should get it done. So we'll see if he extends and signs that or not. As far as our right wing goes, our right wing is loaded. We're about to have $5.5 million come off the books with Marchessault, and we probably won't be re-signing JM there, but we'll sign Cole O'Hara. I'm going to sign Vladimir Yakupov up to an ELC. Number 73 is pretty sick. And then, yeah, we're going to have to start releasing certain guys just to clear up some roster space here. So I'm thinking a guy like Ozzy Weisblatt probably is going to walk. Yeah, we'll buy him out. It's not going to cost us much. O'Hara didn't really like that, but we will get Hurlburt signed up. I think we're probably going to pass on Hinostroza too. As good as he was, like he did he lead our team this last year? He might have. Not quite. He was up there though. He's led our team in the past in the AHL, but with that 60-point season. But I think at 34, probably time to part ties with him. And then yeah, we are going to try to get, I kind of just want to go like a 1 year with Evangelista and see if we can get him at like $6.5 million for 1 season. Maybe even 2. If you go 2 years, 6.5, maybe he'll sign that. But we'll have to wait and see. On the left side, again, we've got our 4 left wingers. There's not really anything to worry about there. We will sign Reed Schaefer to a 2-year, $1 million contract just to get him signed back up and playing. And then I think I want to bring in Bergfors over Jankowski. Even though lots of guys like him, but yeah, we're going to let Jankowski go just simply because we have other guys we're trying to get onto this roster. And then at center. Center's the interesting position because we've got, guys like Nicholas Waugh. Like this is a very fluid and moving center core of this team because, a guy like Dickinson probably isn't going to be sticking around. We might re-up him just to fill some cap space more than anything. But again, we just have so much money right now and not a ton of roster spots to kind of leave open. So yeah, with guys like that, I think we probably just go and make our team absolutely loaded this year. I think that's probably what we're going to do is we're just going to go and sign a couple more like short-term type of deals to fill the rest of our roster out, but we are full on our roster. That is the problem right now, and I don't see us re-signing Dickinson, McCarron, or Sundqvist just because we don't really have the room for it. That's kind of the biggest thing. So yeah, let's go to all expiring. Apparently I missed out on quite a few defensemen by the looks of it too, so we will re-up a couple of these guys, Justin Barron being one of them, Ryan Ufko being another, and then probably Mathieu being the third. So once we get those 3 done, I don't see a need. Oh, I guess we will bring Manning on too, because we have 4 contracts extended there. But I think everybody else here besides those top 2 with Evangelista and Chatfield, we're just going to release to clear up the roster spots. So yeah, let's do that. We'll probably get some backlash, yeah. But it's time to clear up roster spots. Again, we got 4 guys hopefully getting signed here. And McKinnon, has he even really played? That's my question. No, not really. So Dylan McKinnon, probably not going to be anything special. I think we're just going to release him too. Viggo Bjorck didn't like that, so that's not great. But we got $42 million to spend in free agency, so let's just advance a day or 2 here. And okay, so Chatfield stays. Evangelista does not. Just feels the need to check free agency, or test free agency. Okay, well that's not really what we wanted to hear. He is 26 already, though, too. So a guy that we, he would be nice to have, but we also have the other pieces to kind of fill his spot. Like, it's not going to be the end of the world if we lose a second to third string quality right winger. Like, we're not losing a Steven Riedel, or even, like, again, Joakim Kamel's probably going to surpass Evangelista here pretty quickly. Evangelista's been producing well. He hasn't had any terrible seasons with Nashville. It's just more a matter of there's other guys that are probably just going to stick around longer than him. So, yeah, let's qualify him, see what happens. Obviously, we have the money to pay him, but I just doubt that he's going to sign for anything less than like $8 million, which is not really efficient for us. We can do 2 years at $7 million and see if he actually signs that. I don't think he will, but we'll advance one more day and try. Yeah, okay, so he just wants to go to free agency, so we'll let him go. That's fine. It sucks, and I apologize to all the Predators fans that love Luke Evangelista, because you should. He's a good player, but we're going to go to free agency because he's the only guy now that doesn't want to get things done. And we will throw him on the block too here because he still has some value. So, yeah, Evangelista's going to be the one guy that goes on there. So, all right. Now that we are at free agency, let's go see what's available. So, Kent Johnson's a big one. Artie Levshinov, Nikishin. Is Nikishin still an RFA? He is not. Ooh. Okay, so Alexander Nikishin, that's a very interesting one. He could pair extremely nicely with Landon Dupont. So we'll probably be looking at him. But like you guys said, just kind of build out the defense, see what we can get done. And with that group, with that age range and everything, I'm thinking probably a... Who is this guy? Konyachov. Yeah, he could be good. So we're definitely going to key in on Nikishin here. Why is he offensive? He should be defensive, shouldn't he? Oh, well, I mean, I guess we can still go after him. Askarov's there. That's funny. We're not going to go for Yaroslav Askarov, obviously, but did I just see a Joel Blomqvist with a medium elite potential? Oh, my God. Okay, well, this roster's not entirely accurate, but okay. Anyways, we're going to go and try to rip the full... No movement, 4-year... $9.5 million. Maybe not 9.5. That's probably a bit much. Let's go. $9 million for Nikishin here. And he's got offers, obviously, but I think we're throwing a pretty intriguing offer on the table there with $9 million. Somebody's probably going to outbid us, but you never know. We could have gone higher for shorter term, but we're kind of playing it as we go here. So who else is good? Scott Morrow. How is he a UFA? He probably shouldn't be, but so be it. Because we don't necessarily need another guy there. We could always look to the forward group too to see if we need anything else. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, we could probably use one more forward. Our top 6 is still good though. Yeah, it kind of tapers off on the depth there after the third line. So maybe we go for a Matt Duchesne or somebody like that. I think that's probably what we're going to do. So we're going to go Duchesne. He's got 3 teams interested on him. But we're going to go 1 year at like $6 million just to, again, even 6.5. Sure, let's do that. Why not? Oh, and boom. Okay, he just signed it because it was that good of a deal. Okay, so a couple bigger names getting thrown around there. We might even match an Evangelista offer if it comes through, but we'll have to wait and see. Matthew Savoy could be fun. Hello, Stanner. Stanner Manor. That could be a decent option too. And then I didn't check our defense, but I don't think we necessarily need any more defenders if we get Nikishin. If we don't get Nikishin, then we'll explore further options. But yeah, like this isn't a bad decor. It just needs a little bit more time to develop. So yeah, we'll have to just kind of sit back and wait and see if Nikishin decides to come play for us or if he goes elsewhere, which he very well might. But we do have some contract extensions to offer out here too. I think we hit Matthew Schaefer with an 8-year deal before anything really happens here. So we'll go like a modified no trade clause and offer him like $9 million or $9.5 million a year kind of thing. I think he's that good a defenseman. Even an 8x10 is probably enough. Let's try a 9.5 for Schaefer. That's honestly not a lot, but I think that could be enough to get a deal done. And an 8-year 9.5 for Schaefer is honestly not even bad. That's actually a really solid deal. So, what's Kamel looking at? He only wants 1 year. Ooh, okay, maybe we'll wait on Joakim Kamel then. Anybody else? Svechkov, but he's going to be low money. I'm not really worried about him. Yeah, Svechkov's solid. Like, again, we can wait on everything besides Schaefer. Schaefer's kind of the big one that I wanted to get done there. So hopefully 8 years, $9.5 million is enough for him to go through with it. And then hopefully we'll be getting Nikishin here too. So we'll advance a couple days. 3, 4, and Nikishin goes to the LA Kings. Okay, and boom. All right, that's great. So easy deal to sign for Schaefer. He signs that up. No issues, no problems there. Marco Kasper for Joakim Kamel. It's not a bad offer, but we're going to reject that one. I just like Kamel a little bit more. And now we get to play around with $33 million on other guys here. So because we didn't get Nikishin, I'm probably looking at who's the next best defenseman. Maybe Harris. Probably we want a left guy, I think. Honestly, our defense doesn't even necessarily need another guy. But if we get another one, then we'll be absolutely set. Maybe we'll go with Mason Lohrei. Yeah, 4 years is still a big enough commitment that I don't quite want to make it. Dylan Sandberg's not a bad option. Go get Victor Arvidsson back. That would be pretty funny. He does fit our bottom lines pretty well. The thing though is if we're going to go out and get somebody, I want to actually pay enough to make it worthwhile. So if we go with like a Pavel Dorofeev or somebody like that, like I'll pay him, but I want to do like a 1 year, like way too much money kind of thing. I don't even know why I hit conversation there. That was my bad. So yeah, we'll go like 1 year and then like $12 million or something like that. Let's make it 15 just for good measure, just so that he's definitely eating cap space and our team doesn't accrue just a whole bunch of extra costs by accident. Okay, so we've paid Dorofeyev. Roman Kantersov is actually sick somehow. Don't ask me how, but he is. Evangelista is not getting any offers, so I think a 5x5 wouldn't be bad. Maybe we try throwing an extra clause or something in there. Just give him like a modified no trade clause with like 50%, something like that. We could even go 5x5.5. That should be enough to get it done. Oh, you have multiple offers. You don't have multiple offers, though. That's the thing. But yeah, if we get him at a 5x5.5, works for me. So yeah, okay. Let's advance a couple more days here, just see what happens. We should be getting Evangelista. Yeah, okay, we do. Great. Okay, so Evangelista's back. That works for me. And then how much money do we have left to spend? 15 million still. Okay. So we still, again, want somebody else, like an 82 to 83 rated guy that we can pay a lot of money to, that is going to fit in our bottom half of the team. Kovalenko's not a bad option. Might use an offer sheet. Maybe a Mikael Granlund? No, he fits the top 6 forwards. Let's pay Arvidsson. Why not? I am fine with that. Just pay him the rest of the money we have here. $1 year, $14 million. Boom. Done. Easy. Okay, so we spent $28 million on 2 depth wingers. And I think we are pretty much ready to go to the next season now, besides the fact that we need to do a wheel picker. So, all right, let me just get my pen and paper out so I don't mess up what we're actually doing here. First things first, we're going to do a spin for prospect quality. And just to confirm what our current settings are here, so I'll see what this lands on. Looks like it's going to be high prospect quality. Okay, works for me. But just to confirm what our settings are, because I'm pulling the page up right now, our current settings are easy trade difficulty, high prospect quality, high or medium draft class quality. Okay, so prospect quality is going to be high for another year. That's good with me. Go for another spin here. This one is for draft class quality. And draft class quality is going to be high as well. Okay, so this should be another very solid draft coming up. And then for trade difficulty, we are going to be looking at also hard. Wow, okay, that was so exciting. High, and hard. Okay. Okay, we'll make those changes now. That was so boring. Okay. So yeah, this is what our current settings were on. So it was medium, high, easy. But this time we're going to go high, and hard for trade difficulty and prospect quality and everything. So that is what we're rolling with heading into next season. Let's go. So we'll get some pretty bad trade offers probably here, but that is okay. Okay, so heading into the next season, we are sitting with 73% of our tickets sold. That is solid. Considering this team was like barely a playoff team and then actually won a round. Did we win a round? Actually, no. I think we had a round 1 knockout this last year, didn't we? We were indeed a round 1 knockout, but still. Again, it's progress from not qualifying for the first 3 years of this save. Owner goals this year, we are expected to, apparently we're expected to acquire a first round pick, but still win 16 road games, and we're a conservative buyer. I think we're gonna be just a buyer here soon. Maybe not a champion level quality team, but we will be within a few seasons. So let's take a look at this team. Oh my god. This top line looks so saucy. This is going to be great. I am very much looking forward to what Riedel and Joseph and Forsberg and these guys can do. I wonder. It doesn't really change the chemistry much. Belchetz playing left wing second line is crazy. I mean, I think we still play Riedel top line, but this top line is so nice. Yeah, this is going to be a fun team. And then look at the guys we got on the bench here, too. Like, LaRue probably should be playing. Yeah, maybe he's playing fourth line, but still, he should be playing. And we're going to put Duchesne probably on the right wing over... it depends on who's the better face-off guy. Duchesne is definitely the better face-off guy, but I think maybe we'll go Duchesne fourth line and then Watt third line center. And then Bjorck can wear... yeah, okay, that'll be better. Yeah, okay, all right. I am liking what I'm seeing here. This team looks extremely solid. The fact that Kamel is on the fourth line is stupid, but that is what it is. Isn't really anywhere else to put him because this team is so deep. This should be roll 4 lines, not roll 3 lines, but it is roll 4 lines, or roll 3 lines, which is crazy to me, but maybe we try LaRue there. Yeah, that works. Okay. Nice. Yeah, this team is going to be good. I think Stamkos is still our 2C behind Joseph because Alexis Joseph is just so good at 19. And then, oh my god. Kyle Rosu's up to an 84. Kazevnikov's up to an 82. I think this team is going to be good. I think. I have this hunch that they're going to be a little more than okay. Because, I mean, we could play our pairings like this too, but it just doesn't look as good. Like, there's just less chemistry. Nobody's really clicking. And then, like, if you have this pairing as your quote-unquote third pairing, like, you're good. There's going to be no issues there. Then -2, however, there's probably going to be issues, so... yeah, at least with the +3 on Chatfield and Kazevnikov, they're both, like, technically 85 rated overall. And then 87 and 94 between Dupont and Carlson. Like, that is just too good to ignore. So, yeah, gonna be a fun team here for sure. And then, oh my god, look at our goaltending. Holy. So Ravensburgen's 87. And then Lascelles' 83 is the backup. So we're going to have to pick here pretty soon, which I don't want to do, but I'm going to have to do because our 2 young goalies are both so good. So, yeah, that is our current goaltending situation. And then the young guys in behind are like, what the heck? I'm not even getting playtime because there's just too many other good goalies in the system. But, yeah, Daigle will definitely play. He should be the minor starting goalie. So maybe we actually run... yeah, we'll see. Okay, let me play around with the AHL lineup here too, because this AHL team is stacked. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put Yetkola and Daigle as the 2 goalies in the minors. We're not really going to play too many other guys in and around here, simply because we've kind of got the lineup set. I am going to move... probably Annunen up, and then we'll move a guy like, I want to say Marchessault down for the NHL here, just because we got the 2 wingers. We don't really need a third. I think we'll be fine, and then, yeah, at least if we get another guy in there, it's not going to be a problem. This defense is good, but if we have injuries, then we'll probably have to make some substitutions. And then for this year, we're going to go Forsberg, Stamkos as the captains, and then, yeah, Schaefer with an A. That makes perfect sense. yeah, this team is looking just so ready to go. The only thing we're going to change here is we're going to give Viggo Bjorck number 16, because that's what he's supposed to wear. And then we're going to give Pavel Dorofeyev number 18, because it's close but not quite the same. And then I think that's it. Besides, we'll go take a quick edit on William Lassell for the goaltending gear and Kyle Rossu just to see how he looks. And yeah, other than that, we got maybe Viggo Bjorck too, just because those are our kind of 3 rookies in the show this year. Okay, so it looks like to me that Bjorck, at least from a quick little Google search, that Bjorck should be wearing pretty much a full CCM setup instead of Bauer, which is fine. Just gotta actually make that happen. All right, and that is Viggo Bjorck, so that's one of our newest rookies on the team this year. He's gonna be great. I think he could probably actually do a lot for us. Next up, we've got Kyle Rossu, wears number 73, left D-man, but shoots right-handed even though he's defensive. So an interesting combo there. I do kind of like the build and the setup. Only thing I'm lacking is any kind of consistency, so maybe we'll just leave it like that, where he kind of uses a little bit of everything for his gear. But I like the yellow, I like the all black. The only thing I'm going to do with his stick here is just go for the black and yellow covert instead. I think that just looks so much cooler to kind of match the rest of the build and setup. And maybe we go... Nah, you know what, we'll leave him as is. He's got the orange facial hair, which I like. He's got the wild man style, so that means it's going to get crazy during the playoffs. Yeah, let's do that. That's great. Honestly, Kyle Rossu looks awesome. I'm really excited for him. For, you know, again, a computer-generated guy that we got 3rd round, 84th overall. Yes, he's not a great skater, not a great puck skill guy, but man, is he going to be a unit on the PK. And then who else is new? Our last guy, well, we have Kazevnikov, who we haven't really taken a look at yet, so let's check out Dmitry Kazevnikov here. And I think it's just William Lassell after that. But he seems to be, you know, let's go for a full CCM build here with him too. I think that will just look a little bit cleaner. We'll go for the rolled gloves there, and then for the stick we're going to go with a CCM Super Tact. Let's go for the AS, the Tact 6. But yeah, Kazevnikov looks pretty sweet. Definitely going to be an awesome guy to have on our back end. Also has the wild man beard style, which is sweet. Oh yeah, let's give that a 3 by the time he's ready to go. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun Preds team, man. In a couple of years at least. They might not win anything this year, but yeah. Okay, so that is it for the players. As far as the goaltenders go, Ravensburgen's number 31, and then Lassell. What did we say for him? We were gonna go number 53? Yeah, we can go 53. I'm down for that. Okay, so pretty close. Not exactly the perfect yellow, but about as close as we're going to get. And then as far as Lassell actually goes here, obviously he doesn't have a beard yet, but we're going to get there. We're going to give him a patchy beard, I think. And then the color will be that kind of like auburny color. And then we'll give him a level 3 for the playoffs. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so even though he's listed as number 35 right now, we're going to go for the switch and go 53 just as a standout number. Not a number you really see goalies wear ever, so that's why we're going with that number, is because Lassell is going to be that standout guy, that kind of just different from everybody else type of goalie. I just want to make sure that Ravensburgen actually stuck with... Did we even do a kit build for him? I don't know if we did, so I might have to do that for Ravensburgen here too. So let's do that as well. We're obviously going to go with another mask here for Ravensburgen. go with the regular Preds mask. It's not quite as cool, but I mean, that's all good. All right, so those are our attendees. I think we are all set with that. It's not perfect, obviously, but it's still going to look better than not having any kind of gear and color on the ice. So, yeah, that is what we're doing here for this year. We are going to just go and set one more thing here with the jersey numbers. That being Lascelles getting number 53. Because it's just such a different number for a goalie. It's going to be great. Okay, so that is, I think, where we're going to leave it for this year. We might just touch up one or two special teams here quickly. All right, there you have it. That is the Nashville team we're going to be rolling with for the upcoming season. If you guys have any speculation on what we should be doing with this team, who gets moved where, what kind of lineup combos we're going to do, things like that, please leave that in the comments below and you will get featured. But man, this team is going to be so fun to watch, not just this season, but for many seasons to come. So yeah, that is where we're going to wrap this video up. Next episode we will get to the 2028-29 regular season sim, see how this team does, and then go from there, because this team very well might be contending this upcoming year. So that's it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, again, show your support down below with a like, comment, subscription. Leave comments to get featured like those couple people at the start of the video. And that is it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and until next time.